Hello everybody, it's Red. Welcome back to more Pokemon Generations. This is Pokemon Yellow and today I have a very special video for y'all because today's a bonus episode where we do some shenanigans. Now today, as I just said, it's going to be a bonus episode, meaning that it is not necessary for the story or the series or anything of the sort. I just want to do this right now because I want to show it off as soon as possible. So here I am, right under Cerulean City. I want to stop by here. You can also do this at Route 6 because there will be a few things that we need for me to show off this very special glitch that we will be doing today. The first thing that we're gonna need is an Abra. So I'm just gonna run around the grass here real quick looking for an Abra. And Abra is all you really need. So, an Abra is really all you need, and for this glitch, I am not gonna be talking in a lot of detail because, oh boy, this glitch requires so much coding knowledge and coding jargon and just so many little tiny things. I'm also gonna use Dodual speed here just to make it a little bit easy. Ah, there we go. There's an Abra. Okay. So, this glitch requires a lot of knowledge in coding and whatnot for you to know exactly how it works and why things happen the way they happen. So I'm not going to be explaining those in a lot of detail. I'm just going to be showing you what you have to do and explain a little bit of how it works. Abra, as I said in the last episode, will run away from you in the very first turn. Like this. So the only thing you can do really is either put it to sleep, which may work, may not work. My only sleeping move has 55% accuracy, so I don't want to risk it. But... ooh, there you go, there's another. Aside from that, the only thing that you can do really is throw a Pokemon the first turn and hope that it catches. Yeah. Abra, as I said, 25 or so percent catch chance, so it's not... ah, there we go! So it's not very low, but it's also not exactly high. The highest one being about 33% of normal Pokeball at full health. So there we go, I caught myself an Abra. Now, for this glitch to work, sure, I'll give you a nickname. Your name will be... is that how you spell Capheus? I'm not entirely sure. That will be our name, Capheus, spelled like that. How do you feel, Pikachu? Ah, there we go. If you catch a new Pokemon, Pikachu will also cheer you on. You need an Abra because of this one move that Abra will know. Teleport. Teleport is the first instance in the game of moves that you can use in the field. By using Teleport, you are going to warp to the last Pokemon Center you healed at. Now off screen, I took the liberty of healing up in the Cerulean Pokemon Center just to make my life a little bit easier. So every time we use Teleport, we're going to be warped to this very square right here, like this. So you need a Pokemon that can get you in and out of routes like that in an instant, just like poof, you're out of the route. And Abra is the first Pokemon, the earliest Pokemon that you can get that can do that. Now, if you are later on in the game, there is an HM that you can use to do that. You can also use Escape Ropes. You can also use the move Dig if you are in a cave or a dungeon or something like that. So you just need something that can get you out of the place in a pinch. Now, as we're moving up the Nugget Bridge, I want you to take note of the very first frame in which the trainers are on screen. So let's do it. Walking up Nugget Bridge. As you can see, as these trainers show up on screen, they are facing south for like 1 frame or so. This game runs in 25 frames per second, so, you know, it would be like 2.5 frames if you would be playing on 60 FPS, but of course this game doesn't work in 60 FPS, but 25 FPS. So you need to pay attention to that, because the fact that the trainers... why, hello there, Harper. The fact that trainers spawn into the game facing south is key to performing this glitch. The first time that we came over here to Route 24, I told you guys to take note of this one trainer right down here. And that is because this trainer, just like all other trainers, as soon as he walks on screen, he's going to be facing south for about a frame or so. He's not doing it right now. I'm not sure if I need to reload the place where we are, but yeah. I'll just try it out anyway. So, because he's facing south for the very first frame, this means that you have a 1 frame time limit, where you can actually take action before the trainer sees you. Yeah, this allows you to push the start button right before the trainer starts the battle. So I'm just gonna save the game here real quick because this is the earliest part that you can start screwing this up. And because it is a glitch, there is a chance that you will break the game and then the game will just soft lock or freeze, meaning that it will just not allow you to take any action at all, so you lose all your progress. So I want to save my game right here. And now, we're going to start off the glitch. The things you will need... Oh, actually I need to buy some Pokeballs. Yeah, 51 Pokeballs, that should do the trick. It still may not. So, I'm just gonna save my game right here real quick. And... yeah, as I said, this is the earliest that you can screw up. So make sure you save your game in this spot and not in any other spot of the glitch. So, there. Now, if I walk one more square down, the trainer is going to see me. But before the trainer sees me, I am going to pause the game and use the move Teleport from the error that we just caught. So, for this thing, you have to be kinda quick. It is not very difficult because it is 25 frames per second and you have 1 frame. So really, you have quite a little bit of time. You just have to pretty much press the buttons in an immediate sequence. Not at the same time because, you know, it might end up... the game might end up not recognizing that you press start, or it will think that you press start before you press down. So just make sure that you press them one after the other, but really fast. So let's do it. There we go. That is the glitch. On this square that I'm standing right now, the trainer will fight me if I unpause the game. But I don't actually want to unpause the game. I just want to pick up Cassius and use Teleport. Check this out. The trainer sees me and I teleport away. Now, if you try to press our buttons right now, you will notice that... Oh, hello Pikachu. You will notice that your start button doesn't work, your B button doesn't work, you cannot talk to NPCs, like they will turn to you, but they will not talk to you, they will not interact. You can also try checking out signs, which will just not work. Come on, excuse me Pikachu. Apparently you can still talk to Pikachu, which I did not know about, but you want to be kind of careful because there's a chance that talking to things will actually freeze your game, so there. Now that we are in this state, the game thinks that we are inside a trainer battle. Why does the game think that? Well, because we entered what should be a trainer battle, but we did not engage in a trainer battle, so the game thinks that we are in a trainer battle, but we actually are not in a trainer battle. So what I want to do right now is make sure that I enter a battle, a trainer battle, and that the last Pokemon I see has a special stat, the special that determines how much special damage you deal. I need that stat to be exactly 21. And wouldn't you know it, this trainer right here that I told you to skip, to not fight, has a Pokemon with a special stat of 21. Exactly 21. So, there. Now, before actually fighting a trainer, you need to make sure that the trainer that you're gonna fight walks up to you. You cannot talk to the trainer by the side, you cannot just walk right into the front of the trainer, like to this square right to my right. You need to make sure that the trainer walks up to you. Because the battle, the trainer battle that you entered, was a trainer that will walk up to you. So you need to make sure that the game thinks that you are entering that very same battle. Because if you try to enter a different battle, the game's gonna buffer 2 different battles, and then that's just gonna freeze the game. So make sure you don't do that. Make sure you enter a trainer battle where the trainer walks up to you. Like this. The trainer only needs to walk up 1 square, but you know, I like to overcompensate for things. So for this guy, I always make him walk for 2 squares. Now this part right here actually involves... No, it's pretty much the same glitch. When fighting this youngster, he's going to send out a Slowpoke. This Slowpoke has a special stat of 21. Why is this so important? Why is this all so important? Because the special stat of the Pokemon you fight will actually determine a couple very important things. Now, before defeating this guy, I actually want to use the move Growl on this Slowpoke 6 total times. I need to lower Slowpoke's attack by 6 stages. This is not necessary, but it is really cool to do, so I'm just gonna do it. Now, why is this important? Why is it important to lower the attack stat of the Pokemon you're fighting? Well, just because by doing this, something different will end up happening when you are done with the glitch. The attack stat of, well, not the attack stat, the attack modifier of the Pokemon you're trying, of the last Pokemon you fought, will actually determine a certain number. And by lowering the attack of this Pokemon 6 times, I'm going to get the lowest possible value for that number. And that's what I want. So there we go, I've used Growl 6 times. I'm just gonna use it one more time because I actually want you to lose this battle. You don't have to lose, you can end the battle right here, no problem at all. If I wanted to, I could just send out Zoo and that would be enough. But I don't actually want to end the battle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start sending out my Pokemon and switching them one after the other, just to make sure that all of them faint. As I said, this step is not necessary, but I still want to do it because I actually want to make sure that this trainer stays alive with this Slowpoke right here. As far as my attempts showed me, you can only do this once right now, but yeah, even though I did it this way. But I just want to still not kill this guy, not defeat him completely, so that I have another chance to fight him. And maybe do this thing, this glitch, one more time. So there. Jeez, this guy's confusing me a lot. Confusion has like a 10% chance of inflicting confusion. So there. Yeah, I don't mind too much that Zoo's gonna die. As I said, the only thing that the friendship, Pikachu's friendship, does is... Ooh, that got a lot of damage. Is determine whether you can get your Bulbasaur or not. So there, I already have Bulbasaur, so it really doesn't matter. Now this would be easier if I had one last Pokemon. I don't need to have this Traxio right here. I really don't need to have Zoo either, but I'm just gonna keep him out just because. Then I'm gonna switch over to Cafius, my Abra. There we go. Okay, not very effective, of course. Then switch back to Tattle, and Tattle is down. And now we only have Cafius, so this should be pretty easy. I can only use Teleport, but Teleport does not work in trainer battles. As I said, Blue, or Red, or Gary is going to have an Abra if you fight him for the second time in Cerulean City. So, there we go. I lost. So yeah, this is what's gonna happen. This is what Blue/Red/Gary sees on the second battle when he's using his Abra. So there we go. I failed this battle on purpose. Of course I failed this battle on purpose. Just because I want this trainer to not die. But once you defeat that trainer, you are good to go. The glitch will not fail because of that. Let's talk to Pikachu. He's kinda mad. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because he died? Oh, he's really mad. Sorry, Pikachu. Sheesh. Okay. Now, for this next part, I need you to make sure that you have one empty slot, one empty space, one empty Pokemon slot on your purse, on your pocket. Yeah, they're pocket monsters, so there. If you don't use Growl 6 times on the Pokemon on the last Pokemon you fought, you don't actually need to have an empty slot, but I did, so I need to have that empty slot, because if I don't, I'm just not gonna be able to, the game is just gonna soft lock again, it's gonna freeze, so I'm gonna lose all the progress that I just made. So yeah, I need to make sure that I have an empty slot. Now, remember that we fought, we engaged on the battle with that other trainer using Teleport on Route 24. It's very important that you remember the route where you first engaged in battle with whatever trainer you did to start the glitch. You know, the one where you walk up and then you use Teleport to go away. It's very important that you remember that, because the second you come back to that route, there we go, I'm losing words, they're all over the place. You are going to engage in battle with a certain Pokemon, so there. After you defeat a trainer, yeah, you have to defeat a trainer because the game thinks that you are still inside a trainer battle. So after you defeat or end a battle with a trainer, the game's gonna think that you just ended that first battle. So now everything's back to normal. You can talk to people again, you can check signs again. You could always exit your PC, the PC was not off limits, but now you can heal up again and then you can do all sorts of things. So yeah. Now is the point where you need to have an empty slot in your Pokemon purse. Place thing, yeah. If you use Growl 6 times. If you didn't, it's not gonna matter too much. So, I wanna have Tettle up front just because of her Sing. There we go. This game takes a little while to load. Just because of her Sing move. If you don't have a Clefairy with Sing, you can always catch Jigglypuff down there in Route 5. I think it's also on Route 6. So that's gonna help out a lot. Just make sure you have a Pokemon with Sing. If not, you will have your Pikachu. You do have the TM for Thunder Wave. So, you know, those things help out immensely. Because, well, once you walk up to Route 24 one more time, the game is gonna pause on its own. I did not press the start button. But the second you exit this menu, I don't know what happens if you actually save the game right here. That's something that I should try out later on. The game's gonna pause on itself, and the second you exit this menu or whatever other box shows up for you, the mythical Pokemon Mew! Level 1, 13 HP, pure Psychic type, 100 across the board. Mew is what we call a legendary / mythical Pokemon. There's a difference between legendary and mythical, where mythical you cannot obtain in game and legendary you can, but that's pretty much the only difference. Mew is very special because Mew has actually deceived not only NPCs in the games, but also anime characters and players alike. This guy is a real prankster. Mew is really difficult to catch. On Route 25 we got the TM for Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss is a move with fixed damage. This means that it will deal damage. Well, not always, not moves with fixed damage do that. But Seismic Toss will always deal damage equal to the level of the Pokemon that is using that move. So, if you have a Jigglypuff that you caught on Route 5, that Jigglypuff should be at level 3, 4, or 5. Whatever level that is, if you want to use up the TM, which I don't, so I'm not gonna use it, Jigglypuff will always deal 3, 4, or 5 damage depending on the level you caught it. This Mew has 13 HP. It does not matter how much damage you deal to it. If it gets to 3 HP, which would be a Jigglypuff at level 5 using Seismic Toss twice, it will get to its cutoff point of maximum catch rate for Pokeballs. But Sleep is an additional increment to the chance, and HP is just like a small multiplier, so lowering the HP of Mew is not gonna do you that much good. Meanwhile, putting it to sleep will do a lot. And I'm surprised it's not waking up, because sleep tends to wear off after one turn because of how the game works. So there. Mew at level 1 will only know one move, Pound. That move is not powerful at all, especially because it's being used by a level 1 Pokemon. Even though Mew has 100 across the board, it is not very powerful because it's level 1. Mew is only level 1 because I used Growl 6 times on that Slowpoke. If I had used Growl once, Mew would be level 6. If I had used Growl twice, Mew would be level 5. If that Slowpoke had a way of increasing its attack stats, it would be level 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. But because I used Growl 6 times, this Mew is level 1. You don't need the Mew to be level 1. If you don't use Growl at all, it will just be level 7. But I want to catch this Mew at level 1 because of the second glitch that we will be doing here. So Mew is really difficult to catch. Putting it to sleep will be your best choice. just because of how the catch mechanics work. You can check out the suggested video to learn exactly how that works. But really, all we can do is put it to sleep because I don't have a way of reliably lowering its HP because it's level 1. One little slap will probably kill it. I am just gonna put it to sleep and keep chucking balls. I don't know if this Drexio has a low enough attack stat where it won't kill Mew, but I don't want to risk it. Otherwise I would have to start the glitch all over again. And there I missed. There's Mew's only move, Pound, because Tattle is such high level. I'm not gonna take a lot of damage at all. I'm gonna take 2 damage tops from Mew. Even if it gets a critical hit, it will just deal like 1.1 bonus damage. So there. Now, Mew is very special because it is what we call a legendary Pokémon. Oh, there we go, it's already asleep. Legendary Pokémon can usually only be obtained once per game, kind of like starter Pokémon. But legendary Pokémon, you have to fight to try and catch them, and there's only one per playthrough. Mew is different in the sense that it is not normally available in the games. There were so many rumors back in the day of how you could possibly catch Mew, and none of them were true, with the exception of this one that I just showed you guys. If you follow all the steps that I showed, you will fight Mew. You don't have to... There we go! Got it! Woohoo! 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 Triple woohoo! That is a lot of happiness. That was actually a lot easier. Pound is gonna have 40 PP, so if Mew uses Pound 40 times, then it's gonna start using Struggle, and that's when you actually lose the battle, because Mew is eventually gonna knock himself out. So make sure you bring enough Pokeballs to fight it, and Sleep is your best choice. Now, Mew is very different because it cannot normally be accessed in the games unless you perform this glitch. This glitch will actually pull up the memory from the game. It is not like a fixed encounter or anything like that. You pull the Pokemon from the memory of the game. This makes sure that you fight that Pokemon, whatever Pokemon that is. Doesn't matter if it can be found in the wild or not. Doesn't matter if it can be found at all or not, which is the case for Mew. And then it allows you to fight Mew, or whatever other Pokemon you use. Which Pokemon you encounter will depend on the special stat of the last Pokemon you fought before going back to the route where the glitch started. The last Pokemon I fought was a Slowpoke. That Slowpoke, we know that it has a special stat of 21. Mew is assigned to the number 21. So the special stat will determine which Pokemon you fight. So if you have, for example, a Pokemon with 85 special, if you fight a Pokemon with 85 special, you're going to fight another Pokemon. If you fight a Pokemon with 22 special, you're going to fight another Pokemon. There will be some very odd things that may happen if you choose certain special stats to fight last, but I'm gonna get into those later on. For now, I just want to catch my Mew right here. Because, well, this is Pokemon 151. Mew, the new species Pokemon. With 1 foot and 4 inches tall, weighing at about 9 pounds, when viewed through a microscope, this Pokemon's short, fine, delicate hair can be seen. And no, I do not want to give a nickname to Mew because of how special it is. Oh, Mew. Now, the Mew that we just caught went to our party. If a level 1 Pokemon ends up in your box in the PC, the game will not allow you to withdraw it. You will have the Pokédex entry. Technically, you will have that Pokemon, but unless you're like using Pokemon Stadium 2 to change Pokemon between box and party, I didn't even know if Pokemon Stadium 2 will allow you to do that. That's another thing that I'll have to try it out, that I'll have to test out. The game does not allow you to withdraw Pokemon at level 1, and that is because there is actually an algorithm that determines how much experience you need to get to the next level. And at level 1, through the algorithm, the Pokemon is actually gonna have negative experience, kinda. So, having a Pokemon with negative experience freezes the game. So if you try to withdraw a level 1 Pokemon from the PC, the game's gonna freeze. That is why you need that empty slot on your party. But then you might be thinking, Red, what are you gonna do with a level 1 Pokemon? Well, it just so happens that because of that negative experience that level 1 Pokemon have, we can actually glitch the game, well not glitch, we can make the game think that this Pokemon is actually level 100. And then the game is going to put that Pokemon at level 100. So I just want to walk up here to Route 4 and fight any Pokemon at all. This Mankey will be more than good enough. I'm going to send out Mew. I love Mew's cry. It is the exact same cry as Paris, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I just love Mew's cry. I'm going to send out Mew so that it gets some of the experience, and I'm going to switch out to Alan. And I'm going to switch out one more time just to make sure that Mew doesn't get too much experience. If Mew or your level 1 Pokemon gets more than 56 experience, I'm pretty sure it's 56 or maybe 59, then it will just grow to level 2. And we don't want that. We want Mew to get less than 50 something experience. So I'm just gonna use Slam Sun. It's actually a really powerful move. So this should take it out in one hit. There we go. Mew will gain 30 experience points. That is less than 56. And now our level 1 Mew is level 100. Oh boy! Oh boy! And there we have it. That is the end of the glitch. By doing this, you can actually get level 100 Pokemon before actually fighting Brock. Yeah, you can perform this glitch over at Viridian Forest with an escape rope. So there's that. You just have to make sure that the trainer you are walking up to at the beginning is not facing south. Because if it is, you're not going to get that 1 frame buffer that allows you to pause the game before the battle starts. So there is a trainer that allows you to do that in Viridian Forest. So you need to engage with that trainer, use the escape rope, and then fight a Pokemon. And then use Growl 6 times on that Pokemon, then defeat it. It can be a wild Pokemon, and then you need to fight a trainer. By fighting the trainer, the battle is gonna end. So you will actually meet whatever Pokemon you wanna meet. And then after doing all that, you are going to encounter another level 1 Pokemon if you use Growl 6 times. And then you can once again buffer the experience from negative all the way up to 100, to level 100. Just by making sure that it doesn't get enough experience to level up to level 2. So there we go. Now, we have a level 100 Mew. The stats are different even though Mew has 100 base on everything because of another mechanic that I'm going to explain later down the line. Today we're not going to have enough time to do that. Wait, this recording is up to half an hour. Sheesh. So there, I'm just going to explain it later. It's basically each Pokemon will be different, so Mew is different. So this Mew is going to be different from the next Mew that I catch, which will be different from the next Mew that I catch. Now, because this Mew did not go through the levels that Mew would normally learn moves, it went straight from 1 to 100. The only move that this Pokemon is going to have is Pound. This may be a problem, but it's still a level 100 Pokemon. So who cares if it only has Pound? That Pound is probably going to one-shot everything that I face. So there. And there we have it. If you do everything that I just showed in that order, you are able to catch yourself the mythical Pokemon Mew, which was normally only obtained through events, where you walked up to a person from Nintendo and they were like, hey, do you want Mew? And then you would be like, oh yes, I want Mew, and then you would trade Pokemon to get Mew. But because of course Nintendo doesn't hold events for Generation 1 anymore, Mew is kind of unobtainable unless you perform this glitch. So now I just want to stop by the Pokemon Center real quick, and I'm going to try to perform this glitch one more time. In my test runs, I was not able to perform this glitch twice in a row. So I'm just gonna do this one more time. There we go, healed everything up. With 40 Pokeballs, I think I should be good to catch another Mew if I want to. I'm gonna talk about why I want this Mew later on. But once again, I'm just gonna perform the very same glitch. So I'm gonna deposit this Mew to the PC. Now that Mew is not level 1, you can safely deposit to the PC, no problem at all. So, where are you? Mew, there we go. Just to make sure that I have an empty slot, then I'm going to try the glitch one more time. Before doing that, I'm actually gonna save the game. And remember that because you can't pause the game after engaging in battle with this one trainer right down here, you need to make sure that your Pokemon with Growl is up front, so you don't have to switch and lose HP unnecessarily against the first trainer battle you face. So let's perform the glitch again. Because I lost to that guy with the Slowpoke, there is a chance that I should technically, theoretically, be able to perform this glitch again. So let's do that. Once again, walk down and teleport away. Cassius? The trainer did not see me. The exclamation point did not show up. Does that mean that... let's see. Yeah. Oh, no. There we go. No, what? Wild? Huh? This is really a wild battle. It is. What? Okay, that was odd. Yeah, the trainer did not see me. Huh. But I am pretty sure that I have... Let's restart the game. I just saved the game, so this shouldn't be a problem. Nope. Yep. Okay. Then I'm gonna have to find another trainer. So I walked around the place and I did not find any other trainers with whom I could do it right away. For some reason, this guy just disabled. I can't fight him anymore. Even if I talk to him, he's not gonna start the battle. This is his after battle dialogue? Or is it his pre-battle dialogue? I'm not entirely sure. So because of that, I can't use this guy anymore. But I swear that I have used him multiple times for the same glitch. Which is really weird. Maybe it's because I didn't lose the battle when I did it previously and this time I lost the battle. But that should only make it so that I can fight that other guy. That is so weird. Yeah, I came here to give you guys information, but this time I'm gonna give you some homework. If you know why this happened, I have a theory because this glitch can actually be used to erase some things from the memory of the game. So maybe that's what happened? But it shouldn't erase trainer battles, especially not the one that you started with. Unless it's the only thing in the entire route. I'll have to do some extra research on that, but if you know why this guy was disabled after I caught Mew, then let me know, because I really don't know. I swear I have used him multiple times to catch multiple of the same Pokemon actually. There is this one electric bird that I have caught 2 of before on the very same route using the very same guy. A different variation of the glitch, so maybe the variation also helps. But yeah, I have caught 2 of the same Pokemon by using the same trainer to start off the glitch. But hey, we'll see. Anyway, I don't really need 2 Mews, I just needed to know whether we could use that same guy twice before. Because when I tried, when I was practicing, I couldn't, and I guess that's why, because the trainer for some reason is just disabled. Now, I only want 1 Mew, and that is because Mew is very special on the fact that it was the very first Pokemon that was created. Well, not the very first Pokemon that was created, like, oh hey, let's create this new game and let's create Mew. No, it wasn't like that. The first Pokemon is actually Rhydon. But Mew is actually the origin Pokemon. Every single Pokemon that exists because Mew shared its DNA to create that Pokemon. So this gives Mew the special ability to learn any and all TM and HM moves in the entire game. Mew will have its own... that's kind of hard to say. Mew will have its own moveset. There we go. And that moveset does not include every single move in the game. But by TM and HM, Mew can actually learn all of them. And on the very next episode, maybe not the very next, maybe a couple episodes later, we're going to get a move that cannot be erased normally. Well, cannot be erased, period. So by having Mew, I am actually going to kind of work around that. I'm going to explain it further on the episode that becomes relevant, but just know that yes, I am going to be using Mew. Not on my team, not to fight, because this guy's level 100, So that would just be breaking the game, and I don't want to do that. But I do want to use Mew for some shenanigans. So next time on Pokemon Yellow, we go back to Vermilion and take care of whatever business we have there. See you guys then. Goodbye.